Hello everyone, this is my review for the Seiko SKA192. It's got a two-tone stainless steel kinetic gray dial. Kinetic being that it never needs a battery. It runs on your movement, and I happen to like that a lot. Now, Seiko was founded in 1881 in Ginza. It's an area of Tokyo, Japan. 11 years later, in 1892, they began to produce clocks under the name of Seiko Osha, and incorporated in 1917. The first watch was produced in 1924. Now they have sub-brands, which I'm sure all of you do know. There's Alba, which not too many people would know, but there's also Pulsar, Loris, Casio, and Timex. Myself, I got certified in Seiko and Pulsar in January of 2008. And this particular one, this is my second Seiko. My first one did have a battery, and excellent perpetual. And this one I love. I referred to this as the bow tie, just because of the spots down here. You can see it kind of looks like a little bit of a bow tie, so I just referred to it as a bow tie. Now if you zoom in a little, you can see through here on the side, that's the power indicator, and that's how you know how much of a reserve that you have, that you've accumulated from your body movement. This particular one, it holds a store of 6 months, so 6 months with no movement, you could set it down, and it'll still work for 6 months. And how you actually do that is by touching this button here. And as soon as it goes around, I'll back up to the 12, I'll show you. It'll spin over and it'll hold for about, a minute, so you can actually see it. So give it a second here, or 15 seconds, and then I'll hit this button and it'll show you how much of reserve I've accumulated just from the movement I use. Now you see there, it stopped at the 6. So I have 6 months reserved. Now it takes a little bit of time for you to actually build up the 6 months. Not all of the kinetics build up to a 6 month. Some of them do go less. There are a couple of them like this that do hold up to 6 months. And it's a wonderful watch. Now Seiko themselves, they make amazing products. What I really like about them versus any other watch that I have owned, and I've owned numerous types, brands and so on, what I like the best about Seiko is they don't lack or gain in time, but maybe like 2 minutes every year, if that. So every year you might see a gain, or it might jump 2 minutes ahead, or it might fall back 2 minutes. You've got other brands like Rolex, which even their most expensive ones, they will gain or lose about 15 minutes every year, and you constantly, it pretty much goes like every month you have to reset it. And I don't think that's on every Rolex. There's also other brands that do the same thing, but I know a lot of the Mariners and so on that I've seen, it's pretty much like every month you've got to reset the time. This particular watch here was about $500, and it doesn't have the clear glass window on the back, which I wished it did. You can see it's just stainless steel. It's beautiful. It holds time really well. I've only had to reset the date on it a few times, just because it doesn't really know what month you're in. Other than that, I mean, you cannot go wrong with the Seiko. I've owned plenty of different brands, and this brand is by far the best. It is Japanese movement, it is not Swiss. And I happen to really enjoy the Japanese over Swiss. I know some of you would, care to think, okay, the Swiss is better. Not necessarily. And if you happen to know watches and their movements and so on as much as I do, or others that are even more knowledge than I, Japanese movement, yeah, you're really not going to get much better. But it's a tough call. Some people say Swiss, some people say Japanese. Myself, I prefer the Japanese. So as you can see, this is a beautiful watch. Seiko makes outstanding watches. And it does look a little weird. There we go. It's a great watch. I hope everyone enjoyed the video, and any other information you'd like to see about it, just let me know. I'd be more than happy to answer questions and so on. I hope you're having a wonderful day today, and please feel free to subscribe. I would love it.